Yeah. What up? What up? What's going on, man? Salute to everybody that's tuned into the channel. I appreciate all the love, man. It's your boy, Acito. I want to talk about Wallo, man. Big shout out to Wallo, man. Wallo is such an ordinary, extraordinary human being, man. He has been a true blessing to the culture. You know, not just the music, but just us as a people, man. If you're not familiar with his story, if you don't have any of his books, if you don't watch any of his motivational speeches, you're missing out, man. You're missing out. I've had the opportunity to meet him once and also hear him speak 2 times. And I'm telling you, man, like, you just get a different level of motivation and appreciation when this man speaks. And he's a great blessing, man, you know, especially for the youth, because the youth, they need some type of guidance and somebody that they can relate to. You know, Wallo is someone that was incarcerated for damn near decades and came home. You saw him at his lowest points. I mean, the man was living in his grandmother's, you know, basement, sleeping on a twin mattress. You know, had all his notes and all his papers, his merch. He's selling merch out the trunk of his van. He literally grinded. I seen it. I remember it. He out there in the snow, rain, making videos, being consistent, going to businesses, you know, asking businesses, yo, do you need sponsorships? I have an Instagram, I could promote you. Like, just that overall hustler spirit, man. I feel like, yo, Wallo definitely could be like an A&R or an executive of a label or even a business, like a Fortune 500 company, man, because he just knows the right things to say, man. Kind of like an Eric Thomas, per se. I kind of put those two kind of in the same category, man. But I just feel like with Wallo has just been able to captivate and really like reach not only the youth, but also us that's like in our 30s and 20s, and even some of the older folk, like the OGs, you know. But shout out to Wallo, man. But I want to talk about a post that he made about the entire rap industry, you know, the rap game, how it is at this moment. You know, I saw a very interesting post from Juicy J, you know, alluding that rap sales are down. They're down 40 or 30%, and people are not buying rap. And I listen, like I said, I have my own bubble of music that I listen to. You know, I love the 90s, early 2000s. And then I have a couple of artists, you know, from now, I say, that I listen to on an everyday basis. You know, from Larry June to Currency, Freddie Gibbs, Benny the Butcher, who else? Rick Ross, Jay-Z, Nas, Mobb Deep. You know, I just have a certain playlist of artists that I listen to, you know, and I get what I need out of those artists. They have numerous of catalogs of music from current to old, you know, and then sometimes when I listen to some of the current shit, it's like I like it for a moment, but I never go back and revisit it. You know what I'm saying? So, but he had a very interesting post, and I want to read this to y'all. And I want to, you know, I want to know what y'all think after y'all hear this, if y'all have not seen this. So he says, "Dear the rap game, the landscape of the rap industry is undergoing a remarkable transformation, and it's becoming increasingly evident that today's fans have become more discouraging and sophisticated in their tastes. Yet, it's intriguing to observe that many artist teams have yet to catch up with the evolving dynamic. The era of revolving solely on fashion, jewelry, the reference to drugs, flaunting firearms to capture the attention, invading into obstruction. What truly, you know, resonates with audiences now is not the gimmicks, but rather the power of the authentic, high quality music." He brings an extreme valid point right there. "For a significant period, it seemed like attention-grabbing antics, manufactured controversies were the driving force behind the rap game's success. However, this era is gradually drawing to a close. The numbers, particularly those on platforms like YouTube, Spotify, Apple charts are painting a starkly different picture. They reveal that it's not the manufacturing motion or shock value that prevails artists to forefront, but the quality of their music and the genuine connection they establish with their listeners. Y'all hear that? They're not people are getting over that, man. We gonna come back. In this transformation landscape, the practice of paying for a feature from a more established artist no longer guarantees success, y'all. It's increasingly apparent that each artist has their own unique impact, success, and often build individual richer than collaborations alone. This shift undergoes the importance of owning one's craft, producing compelling and resonating music, and cultivating a genuine fan base. In essence, the rap game is experiencing a significant metamorphosis, and artists and their teams must adapt to this new reality by prioritizing music authenticity and the cultivation of devoted fan following rather than relying on outdated gimmicks and manufacturing trends. I wish you all the best. Respect and love, Wallo. Man, he put this so eloquently, man. I see it, bro. I see it. Yo, y'all remember when 6ix9ine was out here, going crazy? You had like certain managers like Whack on Clubhouse, going viral for putting out stories and going at Future and putting out bad rumors on Nipsey Hussle. Like, you just see all this shit, man. They waving guns and they committing murders on TikTok, and they putting it in their music. Like, that shit is coming to an end, bro. And the major labels that's profiting off of this shit, they're starting to see like, yo, the people are not wanting this. The people are not coming to the shows, bro. Like, I know y'all seen this report a couple months ago where artists were struggling, bro. Like, they were struggling to get people in the seats. Now, you talk about like the J. Coles, the Drakes, they're not having that problem. And then you look at the artists, the independent ones, like the Currencies, the Larry Junes, the Freddie Gibbs, the Benny the Butcher, Conway, who else? Jadakiss. I didn't even see like an OG like Jadakiss. Like, you go to their shows, they're packed out. Now, they're not doing like, the Larry Jones and Currencies per se. They're not doing, Coliseum and nothing of that nature, but they're doing like the 1,000, capacity venues, and they're selling it out. They're selling it out. Look at somebody of a magnitude like a Dom Kennedy, right? Dom Kennedy cannot put an album out for 3-4 years, bro. He put up a flyer. I'm gonna be performing at the House of Blues in LA. That shit gonna sell out immediately. So that's what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like it's been that way, but I feel like mainstream is now starting to catch up now, where niggas don't really give a fuck that you went and got the biggest feature, on your single, and you got the best video director, and you're showing ass, you throwing money, and that shit don't matter, bro. I'm telling you, people have preference now. If you're not giving some type of, and I'm not saying value on some spiritual miracle type shit, I'm just talking about you got to give some type of significance to somebody's life. You have to add, your music has to add some type of value, whether it's comfort, while it could be motivation, whatever the case may be. It has to be on the levels of some type of a positive impact. You know what I'm saying? So you don't necessarily have to make positive music, but it has to have some type of positive impact. And I feel like a lot of that trendy negative shit is out the window. Like, people don't care. They don't. The record sales show. The ticket sales show. You know what I'm saying? Like, people canceling tour dates and shit. Like, y'all got to get back in the studio. Y'all have to really tap back into the fan base and really pay attention to see what the hell people really want, man. Because I'm telling you, man, like, there's only so much you could flash money and, talk about your whip, your Rolex, Talk about the bad bitch that you knocked down. There's only so much that you could talk about that. And niggas gonna get tired of it. You know, but shout out to those artists that are independent and have a cult following. Like I said, like Russ, for example, like a Currency, like a Larry June, like how Nipsey was. You know, you go to the East Coast, you look at the East Coast, like who really is independently killing shit on the East Coast other than like you got the Griselda camp, but who from like the five boroughs from New York? I can't really name any off the top of my head, bro. I mean, you got a lot of females that's doing their thing, like the Ice Spice, the Brooke. Who else you got? Shit. Is Cola Ray? Is she from New York? I can't remember if she's from New York or not. But a lot of with them is they have a certain gimmick. You know what I'm saying? Like Ice Spice has like the hair. You know, she got the fatty. You know what I mean? She's from the Bronx, got that swag. It's kind of gimmicky. Cola Ray, another one, she's a little gimmicky. She's like, she makes like moment music per se, you know, and it's like Brooke, you know, she got like one or two records, but still, I've yet to really hear anything that can really stamp or really push her to the forefront. So it's just like, you go to New York, it ain't really too many like independent. There may be some I may be missing, but like as far as making noise with a strong following, I don't really see any, bro. A lot of the momentum, I'm gonna tell you, is like down south and the West Coast. And then you got like a little bit of the Midwest, like Detroit, you know, Chicago, St. Louis, like those areas. A lot of artists are starting to come out there, bro. And Memphis definitely had they run as well. But the rap game is going through a very interesting change, bro. And it's going to be very interesting to see next year when these festivals come around and they put these certain names on the bill as the headliners, and if they have to cancel these shows, that's going to tell you a lot. Like you look at Made in America, right? They had Lizzo, I think Lotto, Tim's, SZA as like the headliner, and they canceled because the tickets weren't selling. And that's another thing too. It's like a lot of these festivals are right neck and neck with one another. So it's just like, if they're all like within the same, you know, tri-state area or in the South region or the West Coast, it's like you can't go to all of these shit. So you have to really pick one and just go to that. Who's gonna go to, you know, Made in America, Roots Picnic, this festival, this festival? Like nobody doing all that. Nobody got the money to do all that. Do you see what the economy is right now? Do you see what our president has done to the country? Don't get me started with that, but I'm just saying, like, we're in times now where, yes, yo, people are starting to wake up. They're really starting to pay attention and listen and see the fuckery that's being put in front of us. You know, like I said, there's a time and a place for the ratchet, you know, for the drug talk. Like, I like all of that shit. But when it's being pushed out as the forefront of the culture, you know what I mean? Like, this is what the representation of hip hop is. No, sir. No, sir. No. No, 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 no. And like I said, those people, the numbers don't lie. They're not selling, bro. So what do you think the label's gonna do? We ain't selling with this type of music. We gotta go back to either the conscious, or we gotta get some of these independent artists, sign them, bring them back on, pay them whatever they want. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what's going to end up happening. So shout out to the artists that stayed down, stayed true to their craft, didn't give up, you know, didn't bulge to the system. And shout out to Wallo, man, for that powerful statement, man. I hope you guys don't take that as, you know, hate. I think it's an eye-opening thing. And it's an eye-opening for us as managers and people that, you know, that are A&Rs and street team, you know, that work with artists, that work with producers. You know, it really opens our eyes and makes us tighten up our game when we go out there and navigate and network and, you know, try to cultivate certain projects and put certain things together. It really makes us be more aware and paying attention to what it is that we're bringing to our client and what we're bringing our client to. So I thought that was a really powerful, dynamic message, man. If you know, want to see it for yourself, go to Wallo267 on Instagram. Check it out. I'm pretty sure it's damn near viral everywhere, you know what I mean, on all platforms. So make sure you guys check that out, man. It's a very powerful message in that. I hope you guys took something from that message. and apply it, man. Because I'm definitely going to apply it, you know what I mean, to my business and my everyday life, you know. But let me know what you guys think about that, just the overall state of hip-hop itself, man. How do you guys feel? Do you think it could change around back to the independent and more so the music making sense and having some type of substance behind it? Or do you just think that shift of what's being promoted is just, its time is up? Something else is just going to come and replace that. Let me know what you think in the comment section, man. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me on all social media platforms. Make sure you guys check out the podcast on Apple and Spotify. All right? Dedication TV podcast. Download that. Make sure you guys run them numbers up. I appreciate all the love of everybody that's checking in and supporting. It's your boy Acito. I'm out. Peace.